Well, here at Agborough, Dominic Morley with me. Liam's had to go off to a charity do, so he's had to shoot off. So you've got the honours tonight, but thoroughly deserved, wasn't it, that draw?
Yeah, I think so, Nick. The lads put a great shift in. Considering what we've had this week, tough game against Chester, which I thought we'd done okay, deserved something out of the game. We had about 12 players training Thursday night due to a sickness bug and 1 or 2 knocks. So we trained for about an hour Thursday, and today we had Rob McDonald in a warm-up goal, so we had to switch formation, bring Charlie Barnett in, then we lose Steve Ackrig, we lose a goal right on half-time through again another set play, then we lose the captain, and we make more substitutions, and you know, the lad responded really well with great effort and great attitude.
Just tell us about Rod. Was it an ankle injury?
Yeah, it was. Well, we actually stopped warming up, and they get about 5 minutes themselves, the lads. Some do the shooting, some defenders practice volleys, heading, and it was when he went away with the other defenders that he seemed to get his studs stuck in the turf and rolled his ankle. Hoping it's normally a couple of weeks then, but we're hoping we'll have to assess it. It's early days.
What about Steve Ackrig?
He's got a hamstring injury, which hamstring injuries normally 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how severe. So I would have thought them two wouldn't be eligible for Tuesday.
But despite that, you must be delighted with the all-round team performance. The likes of Godfrey Poku, especially in that midfield, were vital today, weren't they?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Godfrey, I think Michael Grogan, the shift Michael Grogan put on Tuesday night was phenomenal. Again today when he dropped back to centre half, I thought he was great. And all me and Liam asked for, and I'm sure Telford as the club and the fans, because you can tell by the ovation at the end, is hard work and honesty and integrity. And I think that's what we got off the lads today. I think that's what we've got off the lads in the last week. And that's all we asked for. And I think the longer we do that and the more we do it, the more we'll pick up points. We can all cry and moan and say we've dropped points, and we should have more points than what we've got at the moment. And we've lost defeats heavily. But there'll be games later in the season where we'll lose heavily. But it's what we do in them other games that's so important. And to be honest, it's been a good week. Even though we got beat by Chester, that was probably, as Liam said, the worst he felt for a while, because they weren't a great full-time team. And we should have got something out of that game, but we need to address the set play situation, which we were going to do Thursday night if we had enough players to work on, which we never. We had 5 or 6 lads who started on Tuesday who couldn't train or be involved Thursday due to sickness. Mike Fenix hasn't even trained. Tony Gray was substitute because we were down to him. He's being ill vomiting, so we need to eradicate the set play situation, because I think the biggest thing when you step up in level is the quality of the set plays that go in. They go in with such quality, right on the money, 6-yard box. It's hard for Hedgie to come. People might look at him and criticise, but the balls are put in with that much quality that it's hard to defend. But we do need to address it and work at it, and we will.
Just a word for Jonathan Hedge, because 36 goals conceded in 14, okay, it doesn't sound great, but second half today, he really dominated that area. You must be pleased with how he finished that game.
Yeah, of course. So I think he come for one at the end there and took a whack. And if you look in general play, Nick, he's probably had about 2 saves to make. About 2 saves all day. But again, the quality of the crossing and set plays going into him. And for an outsider looking at the paper or the league table, you must think, the defence. But right away, we spoke about it, the first person you look at is the goalkeeper. But that's not always the case, because the amount we're conceding from set plays are not all down to Jonathan Edge. It's down to our lads not marking up first ball, and then most importantly, a lot of them is the second ball. The ball comes back across and we switch off, and that's where you've got to be more alive. That's what full-time teams work on, day in, day out, week in, week out. And I say we've got to try and work on it 10, 20 minutes maybe for a week, but he responded well today, Edgy, and during the week as well. So hopefully we can, to be honest, we've spoke, I mean, we're conceding that many. Today was a vast improvement because we conceded 1, and that was it. So if we concede 1 each game, I'm sure we'll win more than what we lose and pick up points.
Did you have a bit of fortune at the end, a big penalty shout at the other end?
Oh yeah, the shout, but I've got to be honest, the Arsene Wenger one, I've never really seen it. There was that many people in the way, but I thought the ref had an alright game. There's 1 or 2 decisions that we weren't happy about. The Sean Clancy tackle where he pinched the ball well, but I think a bit more quality in the last day. We could have pinched another one. Fantastic finish by Andy Todd, and that's what you get from 37 years of age. And if some of the younger lads look at him and look at his attitude and endeavour and fitness, then they won't go far wrong in the game.
How old are you?
37.
So you could still be playing, really, couldn't you? Well, you should be.
Not when you snap your cruciate a couple of times.
Well, that's right, yeah, you've got an excuse.
Stone, and Toddy's about 12.
Finally, Forest Green on Tuesday. You've got several injury concerns. Are we likely to see any players coming in, or does this make it more urgent that you do bring people in?
I think Sam Smith's back on loan. If I'm correct, I think that ends today. I know it's a different end of the pitch, but obviously that's another body in. Hopefully Mike Fenix will be fit for Tuesday. And to be fair to Liam, he's been working his socks off to get people in. Obviously now we've lost 2 centre defenders, that could make it more urgent, but you know, he's been trying for the last 2 weeks. There's no point getting someone in who's not going to help the team. The people we're looking at are obviously going to be low and ease from League 2 or conference teams who are not getting in their team, conference lads, but that's just an ongoing situation that maybe tomorrow Liam will have to try and step it up. But to be fair to him, he's on the phone all the time, and it's whether people want to let go or the lads we are after he recovered from their own injuries well enough for their clubs to let them out. So we are looking for players, and it's no secret. You can't be bottom of the table and not look for players. That just wouldn't be right. But as I say, the immediate one could be a centre half going on their injuries.
Well done today.
Cheers, thanks very much.